Alrighty boys, how's it going today? So, this will be, I guess kind of like part 2 now of the Northern Tool order. It hasn't come yet, but I figured what we'll do is we'll talk for a little bit here. And yeah, I am wearing the hat again. It's nice enough to be wearing it. I don't think I plugged in my power cord. Shit. I don't think so. So that means I'll have to make a special trip back then and plug in my cord. Because we do need light. So, see, I don't think I did I? No, I did not. So I guess let me go turn the power back on, and I guess I'll throw my intro in after this. So, give me 1 second, guys. You guys can see here that there's lots of grass and stuff starting to show. Oil spot's still doing the same thing. So we're getting some more yards showing. Snow on the trail's getting a little thinner. It's actually kind of mushy. So see, there's some liquid, especially right here. Look at that slushy, 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 slushy. Less snow there now. So I figured what I would like to do someday, and I want your guys' opinion on this. I'm not doing it now, but I just want your guys' opinion on it. Now, you guys remember when I was talking about that I wanted to put more lighting on the back of Big Red. Okay, well, I found a light bar that will, would work. The only problem is that it's 48 inches long, which is a little bit overkill for Big Red. I actually measured it. This is my old tape measure. I'm going to leave it out here. I got that nice new one, I guess. I took it back. It's just too damn nice to leave out here and get all crapped on. So I brought the old one out, even though this one doesn't have all the right measurements on it. It just has the 1, 2, 3, 4, inches to feet. But the new one had all the other inches, or the things in between that, all the numbers. So this one, of course, doesn't have it. So, but Big Red is not quite 48 inches wide, which I thought he was a lot wider than that, but I guess if I measured it right, he's not. So that means that this light bar would hang off a little bit, but I'm thinking of maybe what we could do is if I can find the light. This one you do have to plug into the battery, and it does come with a toggle switch on it, which I thought would be good enough, but let's see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it here. So it's almost 30 above, so it's decently nice out there. So it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon now, so, or I think it's almost 2. We'll have a look here. I got my cell phone this time, so wherever the auto and truck and auto bullshit went to. Let me find it here. Right here. Yeah. But I can tell you right now, guys, that this light is not exactly. Oh, let me put my gloves back on. Now they want. I guess it's a discount price of $300, and I can guarantee you this light is not worth $300. Damn strap, get out of the way. But it's the one that I like, and the one I think would be the easiest to work on. But the thing is, this has it's got 2 options of mounting this light. It's either by magnetic, this kind of, so it's, sticks to metal pretty good. Maybe that'll hang like that then. Or you can or you can bolt it down or screw it down or whatever, you know. For me, I think I would just screw it down. I can just take the I could just take the rear rack off and bolt it to that. I have taken the rear rack off. It is kind of a bitch to do because there is a screw. When you put those screws in to hold them down, you can lose the nuts easily because those are locking nuts. So I'm thinking of what I could do now. Since this light is longer than the four-wheeler, I could maybe cut the light bar down. This is a light bar. I'll show you here in a minute, but I think what I could do is I'll just show you the light. It's this guy here. I think this is the best one. It does come with 4 lights, and see, there's the toggle switch. I watched a video on it, and this can be hooked up to an ATV. It comes with 50 feet of power line or wire. I don't really need it that long, so I think we could cut the wire. I did ask Northern Tool if I could cut the cord. I probably would only need not even maybe 5 feet of line, maybe a little extra because I am going to route it a certain way underneath the up along the frame, underneath the seat, and then down to the battery. The battery, of course, is in the front, so we are going to need some line. But what I was thinking of doing is, since this is a steel bracket, and I'll probably have the welder, what I could do is I could cut a section off, like right here. There's a section that we don't have to do the whole thing. We could just do it to one. So, say right there, we knock this little section out and we weld it back together, and then just rearrange the lighting. And each light can be turned. So I would probably have these outside lights more turned out, you know, and then the 2 in the middle would just be mostly focusing on, like, say, like the cultivator or the trees or whatever I'm pulling at night. Just, you know, just make this bar a little shorter. Because you can, I do have that cutoff tool now, so that should cut through this, you know, okay. It'd probably take a few times to grind through it or cut through it, but that's fine. It does come with the mounting hardware, of course, and the extra bit of line there and stuff. The camera does not want to zoom in for some reason today here. So there is a smaller bar, like a 12-inch, but I don't really want that. I like this setup better because it's got their own lighting. Like, you can do whatever you want with each light. It does come with battery turnables, or how you would say that freaking word. It's so you can hook it up to your battery, you know, your ATV battery or whatever. I think that's what I'll do with Big Red. I wish I had like a smaller one for maybe like the tractor, but I don't really want to drill through the body. You know, I guess if I had to, I had to, right? But I'll show you that little 12-inch. I can never do anything with gloves on. Oh, come on. Well, here's that. They got other light bars here too, but they're here's another one. Here's another one. This is the one I wanted to get maybe for the tractor. I think this is also, you got to tee into the battery. I'm not 100% sure. They do make lights that will plug into like a cigarette lighter, Dewey. Even these here would. But, you know, see, for the tractor, this wouldn't really adjust. It would only go up and down, which I guess is fine. I mean, for what I'm going to be using it for at night, it wouldn't really ever need them. But I want the lighting to be there if I shouldn't, you know. Well, that's just what I'm thinking. Maybe for Big Red, is just get this light bar. It is kind of long, so I would have to cut it down. Just cut a section out of it, and then that should be fine. And the other thing that would need cutting is the wiring. I think it's just one big wire. Yeah, I think so. But once you get like to a certain point, then the wiring would be splitting off to go to each light. So that I'd probably just zip tie right up to the framing of the light itself, so it's not, you know, hanging in the bloody way of crap and stuff. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of that light. I don't know. It seems okay to me. I mean, I don't know why that light's worth $300, but it is. So yeah, I could get those cheaper ones and some of those smaller lights do come with their own wiring and stuff too, but I don't know, I think it'd just be a little bit maybe quicker and easier for me if I just got the light bar, even though I'd have to do some modifying to it, but nothing that the cutoff wheel I'm sure couldn't handle. You know, you just start once and then you just keep notching it down until you get right through it alright, so shouldn't be a problem, but who knows, right? So let me know what you guys think. I think it'd be cool. And then the toggle switch, I think that would be on its own separate light, or not separate wire, I don't know. Depends on how that works too. I'm not sure where I would route that. I know I'm not going to like cut a hole into the side of the Big Red's paneling crap there, you know, the skin, just to mount it. I'll probably just let it hang somewhere, like on the handlebar or something, just let it kind of just hang there. Depending on how that really is. I mean, I don't know, maybe I could even just zip tie it down and it would stay. I don't know, maybe take a hose clamp to it or something, you know, something like that. That would probably work. I don't know. I don't know. It probably could, but I don't know. I don't know. You guys need to let me know what you guys think. I know that one guy. Here comes the tow truck. Probably got stuck again in the slop. That's that tow truck that was pulling that semi truck out that one night right here. So always got to come here all the bloody fucking time. So probably just got stuck or something. Who knows? But you guys need to let me know what you guys think of that light, because I think it would be a good idea. Because that little LED light that I put on the back of Big right now, it's never really going to work. It'll work okay for the drawbar, and you know, like a little bit of extra lighting, and just if I need to see something, you know, like if I'm trying to replace a bolt or something and I need to find it, make sure I found the right, you know, washer or whatever for it. I have a little extra light on the back. I don't have to go to the front of the machine and turn my big LED lights on, right? I could just have the little guy. I mean, the little guy that's on it now, I'm going to leave it. I mean, it might as well just fucking well stay on there. So I don't know. Another thing is too, I think if I put the rear brush guard on Big Red, I think it would cover up my light then. So I'd have to, you know, redo that again too. The light's not really on there, you know, it's just kind of zip tied on, but the box is stuck on pretty good. But no problem, we can bust her off if we had to. So, but like that one night when I was out plowing, and it was dark time, not super late, but I had turned on that back light there I put on, and it was dark enough, you know, but honestly, my taillights went further than that regular light, you know. But I mean, once you pulled on the brake, then it really lit up the back of the yard or the back of the machine, you know. But I wanted something more clear, you know, not red, so I don't know. But that little guy's not going to really work. I mean, it would work for if you needed to see or something. Or what I might even just do, I might even just take the light right off and just route the wiring inside the glove box and then just have the light in the glove box. So then if I need to see in the glove box, then I got a little extra lighting, you know. So I actually plan on getting more of those lights someday too, those little ones. Which actually is these guys right here. This is what I put on the back of Big Red, you guys know. And The light's kind of long, but it would work. But I plan on getting a couple of more for the shelves up in the garage there, where I store like, well, chainsaw's sitting there right now, and my tubes of grease and some bolts and stuff there, and some other miscellaneous junk. Well, you really can't see nothing. Even during the day, you can't see much because it's just so far in the corner, and so you kind of need some extra lighting. I do have lights in the garage, just standard light bulbs, but they don't do much. So even though I think they are 100 watts. Wouldn't mind them maybe a little brighter, but you know, honestly, I should be putting lights like these in there, which is not a bad idea to be doing too. So, because we do have some extra outlets. Actually, I think I just got one, because I used one of them now to run this setup here, which is, I might as well show you. You know, you won't be able to see it, but I can kind of explain it to you. The power cord is going to the house. Come on, zoom in, camera. Your zooming is stupid. Why does my zooming keep fucking stopping? Okay, well, you see my white door there. Well, there's a power outlet right there between the window and the door. And then there's another one right there. That's kind of like right where the car and the tractor sits. So I could, and that's got just your standard, you know, double outlets. You know, you got two of them in there. You know, you guys know. That's whatever, you know, you guys have the double, you know, you just have one outlet. Well, it's got the double plug-ins. So there you go, right? I could actually be putting in 2 extension cords and running, probably 4 or 5 lights off that. Because these guys don't take much for lighting. Honestly, they probably don't. So I don't know why I don't put extra lighting in the garage, but am I really willing to spend another $40 for another light like this, and it'll probably end up being junk again? I mean, it's cheap, but they're kind of junk, honestly. So that's got me thinking again too. I probably should start doing that too, but I don't really want to be spending $40 on the light and probably $50 or $60 on a power cord. I mean, I wouldn't need a super long. I wouldn't even need an outdoor one. I would just need a regular indoor one. That's what this is here. This brown one, and then that brown one over there. They're just indoor cords. You know, and they would work fine here in the shop because it's indoors. It's not getting rained on or pissed on or hailed on. Not like my my big blue guy is. So that would work. And you can see I can actually plug in one more light if I wanted to. I don't know if I dare or not, but I don't really need any more lights, I don't think. I shouldn't, because honestly, I was out last night making a video, and I'm not going to bother uploading it, but it was just another bitching video. So I really, if I wanted to, I could put another light out kind of more on top of the door. But last night I had these lights on, and I think it did pretty good. It wasn't really that warm out, but it did pretty good. So we'll see what when spring comes, and see what these lights do. I bet I'll probably be pretty happy with what I got going on now. I seem happy, you know. The lights haven't blown up yet or caused a fire. So yeah, and I kind of like how I did this one. I got this one going north and south, and that one's going east and west. So I'm kind of getting maximum light. So I should be happy with the setup. If I need more lighting, I could probably run in and grab another small one and just plug that in. You know, I don't need to get a 48-inch. I think I could get a smaller one if I wanted to. They make smaller ones. I know they make bigger ones, but I don't know. But now, since now I want to go buy more of these and do it up in the garage too. But I don't know. Each outlet should be running on their own breaker, so I don't know. I guess all I can do is just do it and see what happens. But I don't know. But you guys can let me know what you think of that light for a big red. I don't know. I think it seems okay, but it's a little bit too long. I would have to definitely cut it. I don't really want to make my own bracket for it because this bracket's fine. It just has to be cut shorter. It would go a little quicker for me just to cut it shorter Like I probably would only have to take off probably about an inch. I don't know. Let me look here. I kind of remember what it looked like when I tape measured it. This is 48 inches. So I'll show you what 48. You guys know what 48 inches looks like, but this tape measure is not the best, so it doesn't really stay up. Well, too far. So 48 inches, you know, it's 4 feet long. So in Big Red, I think it was just a little bit over 30. I think, I can't quite remember, but I think if we took off about maybe an inch or two, I think if we took off, I'm kind of just eyeballing it from the light here, you know. I think if we took off maybe, I'm going to say, it might be a little overkill, but I'm going to say maybe 5 inches, maybe a little less than that. Not 100% sure yet, so all you can do is buy the light and see at least there, then you'd really be able to tell. But I'm just going to guess maybe 5 inches, and that should work. Yeah, you know, and what's funny too is that this thing's supposed to have the brake to stop it, but I can still pull it out. Won't let it go back in, but she'll, no, even when the brake's off, you know, this tape measure's kind of wore out. So, I might buy me another one of those, and then just throw it back here. I'm actually thinking about buying a DeWalt one. DeWalt makes them too. But I got one of Northern Tools picked out. It's a, I think it was a Stanley, or whatever this stuff here is. So, but the one on Northern Tools is only like 12 bucks, so it's not bad, but that was a 25 footer, so that's all I need is 25 feet. I don't need to go any bigger than that. I'm not going to be doing any major building, so 25 feet should be enough. But yeah, I kind of like that idea, hanging lights in the garage up at the house. That would really, you know, and another thing is too with the, I could even do one right up next to the garage door opener, because there's a spare outlet there too. There's actually, you know, like another double one where you have one going in for the, one for the motor for the door opener. Then I got a spare one, so I could do another light there. I'd probably just get like another 48 inch. I don't know if that, I don't think it's plaster. I think it's a little bit thicker stuff. I don't know if it would hold that or not. If not, well, I'll just have to try to find the studs. That involves getting a goddamn stud finder. So I'm not even sure if Northern Tool sells those, but Hardware Hank should have them, or Home Depot, or places like that. I don't know. I don't want to hang this light because this light's too damn heavy. I want to get these light ones here, so I know that they won't have a problem. You know, my house won't cave in on it. So that's definitely a good idea to do, I guess. I mean, I do have a spare outlet. I mean, I could really make these outlets work if I wanted to, but I don't really bother. Because what you can do is you put one extension cord in. That'll turn one outlet into to the triples. So then there you could run 3 lights off that. And if you want to go into the next outlet, you could do another 3 lights. If that circuit breaker can't handle it, then you just got to get a bigger amp breaker then. You know, like if I have a 20 right now, I probably wouldn't have to go no bigger than maybe a 40 or maybe even a 30. I don't know. Just keep going up, I guess, until they stop tripping all the time. But I wanted to get the tent for the car, because I want to get the car out of the garage for the summer, but I don't know if that'll happen. I might have to see if I can just get a cover for it. The covers are a lot cheaper. I know where I can get those. I can get them anywhere. I can get them on Northern Tool too, but they're a little more expensive. I don't really like covers because they don't really add protection to the car. I mean, I think a tent would do a lot better. I mean, you know, I wouldn't get the hail on it. Cover would do the same, but you know, it would still put dents into the hood because it'll hit the cover and then the cover will flex with it, so I might just have to get a cover. Then I gotta take the stupid antenna off for the radio. That comes off real easy. So I think that radio antenna was glued on at one time, but my sister's ex-boyfriend was stupid and he unscrewed it. No reason why you had to do it, but he did it. So then now it keeps getting kind of loose. Every time my sister came over, I had to go retighten it. Well, I didn't want to take like a pair of pliers or something to it, so I just hand tighten it. Well, I think might just end up taking a pair of pliers to it and just really crank the bitch down. If I get it nice and tight, it'll stay, but right now it's just a little floppy and loose, but I don't know. So I wish I had that Dewey. Someone's got to help me find this too. I need to know if they make a tool, or like a tool that you can stick in your outlets and see what the amperage is that you're getting out of them. I mean, can you do that? I mean, is there a tool for that? Because I would like to know. Because I want to make them work harder if I can. Because, you know, if I can put more lighting in, why not do it? Probably not here, but up in the garage I could. Up where Big Red sits, I need more lighting there. It's unbelievable. You get 3 lights, but the third one turns off because it's up in the motor for the door. So that turns off after a while. You can turn it on, I think, but you don't need it on. I'd rather just leave it on auto, and it stays on for a good 5-10 minutes. Maybe 5 minutes. I don't know. It stays on long enough for me. So I don't know what watt that bulb is. It's not a very bright one. It's probably like a 60. It should be 100, but whatever. As long as we got some light, I'm okay with it. But yeah. So let me know what you guys think of this light. Like I said, I'm not gonna do it probably now. No, I doubt that I will, because I kind of want to now. I'm getting antsy to do this lighting crap for up in the garage, but kind of want to find a test Dewey to see what the amperages I'm getting out of my plugins, the outlets. I really want to know. So I mean, I don't know what I'm getting out of this guy here, but I guess I must be doing okay. I'm running 3 lights. And I ran the heater last night on 1500 watts. I don't know what the amps are. I'm sure this is 115 or 120 volt, but if I can run this damn thing with my lights, I'm pretty sure I could run my angle grinder off it too without a problem. I mean, the lights would probably flicker once you turn it on, but it flickers when I got the air compressor running too. So, but that was only when I had the 2 lights. I got a third one going on now, so I really got to test that now and see if she'll handle that load. If she can handle the air compressor, then she can handle the grinder just fine. Because the air compressor, the amps I think are on that are a little higher than the angle grinder. So the angle grinder is only I think like a 5.5 amp. I thought it was like a 7, but I guess it's like a 5.5 or something. So she's
Thank you.